champions.
But I guess this will also give these teams to readjust their builds and everything, making sure that everything is correct. But as we said, you know, same draft, the Urshifu and the Hooper ban.
I honestly wish I didn't tell the folks at home that, because I would look absolutely like a genius if I just predicted everything. I think we're probably going to see an Umbreon pick here, maybe a Blissey. There it is. Wow, I'm really killing it up here. But yeah, of course, we're going to see these two compositions that were chosen in drafts show up again on the main stage. This Lapras Trevenant, of course, and we're going to see a bit later, is joined by an Eldegoss in this composition, which both of those Pokemon with any bit of damage reduction from Pollen Puff are pretty terrifying threats to deal with. Defenders with that much damage reduction and HP? Oh my word, Kello.
Oh my word indeed. But one thing I want to see is this Goodra, as we have highlighted. Does have that build, the Slick Spoon, Aeos Cookie, along with the Focus Band, just to give it that little bit more sustain.
Goodra has been used in some really interesting ways so far today. I think 0-0 Nation probably showing the best Goodra that we saw on the main stage at the very least, and they had a very interesting take on it. They were running that Acid Spray Muddy Water combination, and it seemed like it was their best option into the Zacian on the other side. It was an interesting counter pick there. However, you're going into Leafeon and Glaceon as kind of the two offensive threats you're worried about. I feel like Goodra is going to be more of a, more utilizing that Power Whip build in this scenario. At least that's how I would play it up if I was Oyasumi Macro's coach. However, I do not have those qualifications or even close to them, Kello, so we're going to trust the roster of Oyasumi Macro to take care of it.
Zoinks is looking for a team, guys. He wants to become a pro player in next year's World Championships, maybe. Maybe he's looking to coach, who knows?
Yeah, that'd be a whole lot of fun, and I'm sorry to whatever team tries to accept that offer. But these two teams, OMO, Abyssinian, and Oyasumi Macro, both have a chance at becoming champions today, Kello. Obviously, they have to be proud of their accomplishments so far. That goes without saying. But these teams are unrelenting when it comes to chasing that championship title. The world spot, that world's first place, the $100,000 prize pool is still on the line. Let's get into game number 2.
Game number 2 of Oyasumi Makuro versus OMO Abyssinian. I cannot wait.
It's gonna be so fantastic. He on this Zacian this game around, where so many times before we have seen them on that Urshifu. Target banned by OMO Abyssinian. Is that gonna be enough to slow down this star player?
Look, it's still early days here. We need to make sure that we get their levels, get those stacks in. The Solar Blade of that Leafeon just being so deadly.
Yeah, Lou's already hitting that Leafeon evolution, by the way. Things must have gone absurdly fantastic in those early pathing moments. Mame hitting level 4, getting into that tall grass for that passive. However, the Zacian chase down of the Lapras is going to be tough for OMO Abyssinian to deal with, but they're turning around on Mame. Focus Band starts proccing. They're back up to almost full HP. This Pokemon is all about that HP bar.
All about that HP bar, because that is what keeps you up, but we need to get those levels. We do have a Blissey now online, and it is going to be able to provide that HP we were talking about.
Exactly. You want to give it to Goodra, you want to give it to Zacian. Both of those are hungry Pokemon that want to have that support from their support player. A great Lapras play early. Glaceon, that Shua, getting in a ton of damage from range, and Mame is going to go down. No Focus Band. We saw that prompt earlier. They do not have that defensive item off of cooldown. The Blissey is going to take a lot of damage, but great hunt down. Shua chases that one, and they're going to come away with 2 KOs in that engagement.
Look, I know the Zacian is usually the one that does the hunt downs, but this Glaceon on its tail, getting those knockouts with those icy spears.
OMO Abyssinian taking their early game power spike Pokemon of Leafeon and Glaceon and using them to full effect to chase down Mame, who still was just that Gumi a moment ago. Lapras in charge of defending this goal zone. Some small stacks going in. Every dunk from this Goodra is another Aeos Cookie stack, and it gets even stronger with each one.
Even stronger, even tankier, even harder to take on down.
Harder? I can't believe it. This Pokemon has so many defensive resources, and with that Aeos Cookie, it's just going to be getting better and better. Leafeon trying to play outside of this Umbreon's range of vision, but OMO Abyssinian have earned themselves a decent amount of space. Great call out by Jay Rabson with that Pollen Puff. They identified the Zacian was in that tall grass, called it up for their team, put that Pollen Puff on, and Oyasumi Macro had to bail.
Yes, they had to bail. They're just playing it safe, making sure to get eyes on the squad here before going in for an engage. We just have a little bit of a wonder, trying to go and see if they can pitch this Voltoy off this Eldegoss, and they do.
It feels like in the game number 1, we had 4 or 5 1v1 team fights by this point in the game. So far, we have only had one, and OMO Abyssinian had that one go in their credit. Jay Rabson just playing around Lev Up here, keeping vision on them, but of course, making it so that Lev Up can't just push into their enemy and have a free flank. Great support positioning by Jay Rabson.
Alrighty, we do have a Registeel that has spawned on the map along with that Reggie Alecki up in that top part, but Blissey is looking to be in a bit of trouble. The glacial stage is set. Can they get these KOs? Miva is also on their tail, knocking out that Blissey.
The Perish Song is there, and Inteleon is going to be the one to secure Registeel. So Oyasumi Makuro may have given up a knockout of the support Pokemon in that central area, but I don't think they're worried in the slightest since they were able to secure their objective. But Leafeon swinging the other way. Lewis with a huge Solar Blade knockout, taking out that Inteleon.
Yes, they do take out the Inteleon. Is the Zacian going to be next as that Horn Leech comes on out? But they were able to eject on out. Maybe it ends up, no, it ends up being the Umbreon that gets taken down and, grabbing some, no, yeah, they are going to grab some berries. But you know what, all the meantime, we have Leafeon getting in some dunks.
Never count out OMO Abyssinian from a team fight when Tempest is still a part of that engagement. Ridiculous defender play so far all day, and the Trevenant looking the same. They swing in a great Inteleon knockout, but Leafeon is there to trade. Lewis is now caught out in a little bit of danger. Liquidation does so much damage, but the Eldegoss is going to be there for support. But there we go, a huge play by Miva in the top path to earn a KO, and more Lapras stacks on the top path. OMO Abyssinian with a huge score lead right now.
There is just so much happening in this match. There is so much at stake right now. We have Oyasumi Makuro up on 1. OMO Abyssinian, they have to win this next one. I feel like, you know what, 179 to 45, it is still early days, but they are holding quite the lead.
One of the biggest talking points around OMO Abyssinian was their lack of experience on the main stage, but they are clutch when their backs are against the wall. They are proving everybody wrong in those scenarios. Big engage by Lewis, the Emerald 2-step on top of Pui, and they're going to get the knockout. A huge 1v1 KO, and that sets the pace for the rest of OMO. They charge forward. That is 4 KOs in total. Only Mame going to be hanging out, and Lewis has got their eye on them.
And they're going to make sure to do their quick math, get in some dunks, create some space for this basement Reggie that is about to spawn.
Abyssinian with some incredible macro game, taking individual team fight wins, but also winning these big rotations. Tempest getting a huge stun down. Miva hit by a few of those stuns. However, their HP pool on Lapras able to get away. Great little play by Eldegoss to absorb the last few hits of that liquidation, making sure that Miva can still be a part of this fight. Mame is caught in the Perish Song, and Glaceon finds that final hit knockout. Registeel brought down to a fraction of its HP, and Zacian is going to secure it. Great last hit by Pui.
Now this is the comeback experience that Oyasumi Makuro were needing. They needed to get that Registeel buff, obviously having that benefit of the extra attack here. We are going in for an engage. No, we are going to back on out.
Wow, even a Registeel buffed Swede on that Inteleon wasn't able to get the chase down knockout. Tempest able to live through so many of these engagements. Both first tier goal zones available for OMO Abyssinian in these final moments. We're 2 minutes away from the final stretch, but if those goal zones remain, they are very easy to defend. But there we go. Finally, a 1v1 team fight goes away for Oyasumi Makuro, but not for so long. That chase out Unite move, though, back the other way. But Glaceon shuts it down. Glacial Stage finds that one.
I don't know if that was a smart idea going for that Zacian to go back into that fight, as it ended up getting wiped out. It was on such low HP, but you know what? They thought they were Zacian, we can take it on. All the meantime, we do have OMO taking down this Reggie Alecki, trying to secure and capture it for their team.
Yeah, Reggie Alecki will be secured by OMO Abyssinian. Is going to be walking towards that second tier goal zone. Big engagement by the Umbreon, though. They try to take Tempest towards the rest of their team. Mame is the next one to rush in, try to utilize their big body to do a ton of damage. Muddy Water pulls back in Tempest, and that's a big KO. That's the front line, or at least half of it gone for OMO Abyssinian, but they're still putting up a defense, Kello.
They are putting up a defense, and this is what I absolutely love to see, a power whip on a Goodra. Can they keep the sustain, especially with that Blissey by their side, but the Solar Blade ends up knocking them out, well, alongside the Lapras.
Yeah, it puts them within range of that Perish Song, right? That burst damage is something that Goodra normally doesn't mind. Oh my word! A 4-player Solar Blade. No KOs, but that's flashy. That's going in a highlight package later, I guarantee it.
Oh, I bet. But you know what? Level 13 Glaceon right now. They are looking mighty. On the opposite side, we have a level 13 Inteleon.
Would you believe me if I told you OMO Abyssinian is down 1-0 in this match right now? They are playing like they know every single one of Oyasumi Makuro's tricks, and they are having an amazing game. Registeel is going to be going over completely to the side of OMO Abyssinian. However, a big flank here by Lev Up on this Umbreon. They have good positioning. Mame trying to get in there as well. Mame pinned up against the wall. So many Trevenant stuns, and Mame's down. Glaceon finds that last hit. Quick trades, though. They find the Eldegoss. J. Rapson is gone before the Cotton Cloud Crash is used.
It is a 4v4 currently, and that final stretch, the Rayquaza has been enraged, and look at that Phantom Forest from that Trevenant to just knock him up. We have Umbreon getting taken down, and now they are on the hunt, seeing if they can get any extra KOs. The Zacian diving on deep, but Leafeon is able to use their Unite and get out some damage. Can they finish it off? Glaceon gets another knockout as well.
We received that Bliss assistance, but the damage from OMO Abyssinian, it was able to top even that. Mame is back, though, and that is a healthy Goodra at level 12 with some very aggressive positioning. OMO Abyssinian needs to take this slow. However, they still have the Eldegoss Unite move. If the attrition is the name of the game here, the support play is going to be there. There it is, Cotton Cloud Crash, bringing everyone back up to full HP, and Tempest pulls away the Inteleon. A big start to this team fight.
Yes, that is a great start, taking down that backline damage. You only have the defender and support here. We have Mame also being taken down. This Lapras is on a roll.
This double defender composition from OMO Abyssinian has been so fantastic so far, but can the Zacian be the answer to it? Pui getting in range. The Sacred Sword going to hit absolutely nobody, and they're going to try to move towards the top end of that Rayquaza. Maybe threatening a back cap, maybe threatening a last hit on the Rayquaza. Either way, OMO Abyssinian is holding all the cards right now.
They are really holding on tight. They are down almost 220, but Zacian ends up getting knocked out, and Inteleon is in a bit of a pickle as it is getting troubled by a Trevenant pushing in.
Tempest has made their mission to specifically take down Sweet on this Inteleon. Every single time they are chasing them down. Tempest with an amazing defender game so far, and we're having a bit of a 1v1 there. Again, the Inteleon such to be acrobatics away, but there's the chase down by Shua. A great Icicle Spear finds that KO. Mame gonna be down to the Perish Song again. Who cares how much HP you have if you are underneath that execute bar of the Lapras? OMO Abyssinian hold on to their lead, and they are going to be tying up this losers finals 1-1. APAC is 8 out of it yet.
This is why these teams are in the top 3. They have the power. They want to show it. They are not going down easily.
Oh my word, I would not call that easily whatsoever. What a fight by OMO Abyssinian. You see Lewis there on stage taking a sigh of relief because that dream is still alive for OMO. What a game from them. Miva and Tempest playing so phenomenally, and Shua putting on the best Glaceon performance we have seen on stage. Full stop.
Full stop indeed. But first, we need to look at this graph. Look at the dominant performance that OMO Abyssinian had.
And with no Hoopa on their team either, right? That has been J. Rapson's bread and butter, which has given them a huge macro advantage in so many of these matches. But having that score lead despite not having it is a massive. And there we go. Take a look at the damage numbers. Miva and Shua, ice types looking real good on the side of